Ukraine and Russia-backed militants conducted the largest exchange of prisoners since the war broke out in 2014. Hundreds of prisoners of war were sent home to their families on December 27th in time for New Year and Orthodox Christmas. 73 prisoners of war returned to free Ukrainian soil. A 74th decided to remain in occupied Donetsk with her family following her release. Of the 306 prisoners Kyiv was meant to hand over to the militants, only 233 were willing to return to occupied territory. The exchange occurred at a checkpoint in eastern Ukraine. The prisoners were met by joyful relatives. Civilians were among those who had been held captive. Relatives are waiting for me at home. I called and my mother is waiting, crying. I also feel like crying, but we stay strong. One of the prisoners released was a quote-unquote cyborg, the nickname given to soldiers who defended the Donetsk airport in 2014, one of the most intense battles of the conflict to date. He recalls his treatment while in Russian hands. 2 of us spent a year and a half in one cell, 1 by 1.5 meters, without saying anything. No packages, no nothing. After a while, they started to allow some deliveries to come through, and they treated us as if we were dogs. In the early hours of December 28th, the first group of returned Ukrainian soldiers arrived at Kyiv's Boryspil International Airport. The newly released Ukrainian soldiers reunited with their relatives for the first time after disembarking from the airplane. I feel joyful of the fact that we are finally home, that I will be able to hug my relatives and close ones. I will hug my little son. I really wanted St. Nicholas to bring his father home for the new year. According to the Ukrainian official statistics, a total of 3,215 Ukrainian soldiers have been released since 2014. However, more than 100 prisoners still remain in the militants' hands. I want to say thank you to all relatives and everyone who participated in our release, and I want to say that our guys are still there and they have to be rescued. More prisoners are expected to change hands in 2018.